All right, welcome to our first installment of Friday feature demos. I need a better name than that. Essentially, I'm trying to start a new thing where I'm going to try to post a video on Fridays that demonstrates a new feature that the team has been working on. And yeah, post it out in the world and get some feedback. So today's demo, we're going to be talking about a feature called Hotspots. So the idea behind this is we want to give an author the ability to open up a model, highlight an object in that model, like make it glow, to draw the student's eye to it. So when the student clicks on it, they're presented with a bunch of information about it. Pretty simple, pretty standard, usual kind of hotspot if you've ever dealt with any sort of hotspot feature before. So what I'm going to demo today is, I would call it an alpha release of our hotspot slide app. Yeah, let's get into it. So I'm in the VLP, I'm in my channel. And I'm going to go over here. I'm going to create a new activity. We're going to create a brand new activity that uses the Hotspot app. So we're going to use the version 2 of the player. So we're going to do this. Kick it off. This is going to load up the player for us. So let's give it a slide name. Let's give it an activity name. We're going to say Hotspot feature demo. And the first slide we're just going to call slide 1. All right. And we're going to do Hotspot app. So we've named our activity. We're giving our first slide a name, and we're picking the app for the first slide. We're going to go with Hotspot. Let's go ahead and kick that off. And this is going to go out, fetch that Hotspot app, executable, load it up into the player, and put us into the authoring experience. And here we are. So one of the main limitations of this early release is we don't have a way for the author, me, to pick which model to use. We're kind of stuck with this Amtech model. But we'll get probably when we do the full release of this guy, you'll be able to pick your own model. So in the middle of the screen here, we've got a 3D scene with this Amtech model in it. And I've got my usual camera controls where I can orbit, pan, zoom, all that stuff. I can also do that with just the mouse roll, right click orbits, and middle click pans, or left click when I've got this tool selected. All right, so let's start out by just putting some slide text in here. What we're going to do is we're going to, as an author, we want to put some slide text over here, and we're going to add some hotspots to the scene. We're going to identify some of these meshes to be hotspots. Let's go ahead and create the hotspots first. So I'm going to do a new hotspot. We're going to pick on, I don't know, what should we pick on? Let's zoom around here and look at this guy. Let's pick on, so a hotspot, let's take a step back. A hotspot has 3 main components. It's got a title, it's got content, and it's got targets. I'm going to start with the target. So I'm going to pick this guy right here. I'm going to say that's my target. All right, so my target is now glowing. Notice I can change my target color to glow pink or yellow or green. We're just going to keep it on green. And we're going to, let's see, this is a motor. So we're going to title this hotspot motor. Now the content is what will be displayed to the student or the user when they click on this. When they're consuming the activity and they come over here and they see that thing glowing and they click on it, this is what's going to be displayed. So let's just make up something. This is a demo. I don't really know much about this actual machine, so I'm going to make up a lot of things, but we're going to say this is the motor. It is responsible for, I don't know, what do you think it does? It's probably turning those rollers, for turning the rollers. I'm going to say that. Now, a hotspot could have multiple targets. Like, for example, if I wanted to add this as a target, I could add that as well. Doesn't make sense for this particular thing, so I'm going to click it again and turn it off. But a hotspot could have multiple targets. So anyways, we're going to hit done on that. Let's add another hotspot. Let's say, well, we talked about the rollers. Let's add the rollers as a hotspot. So we're going to say the rollers. These are the rollers. They are turned by the motor and move the puck through the machine. Sounds good. Let's set this target to be yellow. All right, so those are flashing yellow. Let's add one more hotspot. Let's make, well, we talked about the puck. Let's add the puck itself. So here's the puck. The puck. This is the puck. It is what the machine acts on. I don't really know what it does, but we're just going to say that. I do know that the operator like picks up that puck, sticks it in the machine, and it rolls through and it does stuff. Let's make that pink. All right. Now we've got 3 hotspots in this scene. Now let's encourage the user to do something. So we're going to say, explore the scene and click on the flashing objects to learn more about them. All right, cool. Let's hit done. It's going to go out and save it. And there we go. We created a first slide using the hotspot demo. Now let's start over. Let's go back to the beginning and kind of see what this looks like from the outside perspective. Now it's not going to be super exciting because there's only one slide, but we'll just go ahead and do that. So we're going to hit done here. Now let me just go back to my channel and we'll start fresh. So I'm going to come back into my channel. I do probably need to refresh because this is a new activity. And we should have an activity in here called something like, hey, hotspot feature. Let's go ahead and edit the details on this. And I actually downloaded an Amtech image. So let's add that and activity to demo the Hotspot app. I'm going to go ahead and save that. And hopefully that'll update over here. Let me refresh my page, get this channel to update. There we go. Now we have our activity. It is in draft mode, but that's fine. So if I were a student given this activity, or maybe we embed this activity in some curriculum or somebody is directed here, this is what it would look like when I go to that. It loads up the page and it's going to show me the Amtech model in the perspective that I had set it into. And it's going to tell me to click on the things. So here we go. Explore the scene and click on the flashing objects to learn more about them. So as a user, I can come in here and I can explore this and I see some flashing things. So if I click on this one, this is the motor. It is responsible for turning the rollers. All right, that's cool. What's this? This is the puck. It is what the machine acts on. All right, nice. All right, now let's come in here. These are the rollers. They are turned by the motor and move the puck through the machine. Great. All right, but we only have one slide, so that's not a very exciting thing. And on top of that, that activity is kind of boring. I mean, yeah, it shows you some stuff, but let's see if we can add some more to this. So let's come up here. Let's go back to our first slide, restart the activity. And let's go in here and let's edit the activity. First thing I want to do is, you know what? Let's mix it up a little bit. Let's add a little bit of a title slide. So we're going to add a slide app in here called title. And let's give this thing a little bit of a title. Let's make it, I don't know, blue. That's good. And we're going to say hotspot activity. And the subtitle is going to be, no, not activity, hotspot feature. Okay, and now this is going to be an activity that demonstrates STR8 what we can do with the hotspot activity. All right, I'm going to hit done. Great. See if that saves. Now I want this to be first. So let's bump that up. We're going to move it up. All right, cool. There we go. All right, so now we have added a title slide to our activity. Let's see what that looks like. So from the end user's point of view, we're now back out of the authoring experience and into the consumption. So if I come down here, we say, here's the hotspot feature. I hit the next, and there we go. We've got this thing running. So that's great. Let's go back here. Let's go to edit activity now. Now, let's do a little something more. Right now, this hotspot experience is very, we'll call it free play-ish. We're telling the user to go explore and click on things. But let's challenge the user to do something, all right? Let's do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new slide. We're going to call this safety features. I got an idea what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and create a new slide. This time I'm going to add 3 hotspots that are kind of like safety features. I don't really know what I'm talking about with this device, but here's what I think is going to happen. This guy, this is like it's called a wire trough. I think it covers the wires that run between the control box and the machine. So we're going to call this wire cover, and we're going to say this safety device protects against tripping. Let's make this a little bigger. Tripping on the wires that run between the control, what do you call that, cabinet, and the machine. Let's leave that green. We'll hit done there. All right, let's think of another safety feature. Okay, I know these guys right here. This is called a light curtain, and so it's kind of like your garage door thing, where if something comes through that, the machine will turn off. So let's turn on this. So we're going to do a new hotspot. Let's pick on this. Let's make this one yellow, and we're going to call this light curtain. All right, and we're going to say this safety device protects the operator's hands from getting pulled into the machine by stopping the machine if something, I don't know, what do you say, blocks the light, passes between it. All right, hit done on that. And then let's find one more thing. Let's do 3 safety features in here. I think this is a safety feature. This is, I remember the name of this. So I'm going to click on this guy right here. Oh, we need to add a new hotspot. We're going to click here. And this is a pneumatic lockout. Okay, P-N-E-U-M-A, pneumatic lockout. This safety feature will lock out the P in pneumatic system. We'll lock out the pneumatic system so that the machine can be safely worked on. All right, sounds good. We're gonna go with that. Okay, green. I think we already used green. Let's use pink for this one. All right, done. All right, so now we have set up 3 safety features in here that are all blinking and doing their thing. Now, what I want to do, let me set up a nice view here. Now, we're going to, again, just like before, the user could come in here and we could just ask them to go find the things. But let's set up a challenge. So you'll notice down here we have a challenge drop down. This app has 3 challenges built in. Question challenge, a pick hotspot challenge, and a find all. We're going to go with find all. This is really simple. All it does is it creates a little like checkbox over here, a list of hotspots that the user is supposed to find. So let's give them some text, and we're going to say, explore the scene and click to find the 3 highlighted safety features to find and learn about the 3 safety features. Let's just say 3 safety features. Yeah, we're going to do that. All right, so I'm going to hit done. We're going to save that. Now, let's just go ahead and see what this looks like from the outside. So again, we're going to come back to this. We're going to hit done. All right, so from the outside, the user, this is what the user would see. This is what the student would see. We come in here. All right, we got a nice title. We're going to go to the next one. Explore the scene and click on the flashing objects to learn more about them. We're back to our motor. All right, there's the motor, there's the rollers, and there's the puck. Sick. Let's go to the next slide. Look at this. Challenge. Find all hotspots. So notice we have a little indicator up here that's telling the user, hey, you're being challenged. And in fact, they can click on this and it says, you are being challenged to find all the hotspots in the scene. Explore the scene and click on all of the hotspots. All right, so tells me what I'm supposed to do. And what you'll see here is you got a little checklist going on. So if I were to click on this, we see, this safety device protects the operator's hands from getting pulled into the machine. Great. Also notice we got a little checkbox. So we're on a little bit of a quest here. Let's find the other one. Wire. Let's find another one. All right, here we go. Protects against tripping. Great. That's checked off. All right. Now there's one more. Pneumatic lockout we're trying to find. We know where it is because we kind of set this up. But if you were a student, you'd be poking around trying to find the last one. And now you get a thing that says, hey, you've completed that. All right. Let's go back and let's do one more thing. So now we've set up a challenge. So now we've allowed the user to just explore, and then we've challenged the user to find a bunch of stuff. Let's add another challenge that checks to see. We're going to test them next and see if they actually paid attention. So let's go back to our edit activity. I'm going to take our safety features slide because I still want those. I'm going to ask the student questions about these 3 safety features. So if I just take this slide and duplicate it, and now I'm going to come in here and I'm going to edit this slide, and we're going to say tripping hazard. All right, we're going to ask, now we're going to come in here, we're going to leave the hotspots alone, but we're going to change the challenge. So instead of trying to find all the hotspots, we're going to ask the user to pick on a hotspot. So we're going to pick the pick hotspot challenge. So because there's 3 hotspots in my scene, I get a little feedback thing for each one. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask this question. So the slide text will say, click on the safety feature that protects against tripping. All right, so they're being asked to do that. So now if you come down here, these are all the hotspots we have in the scene right here. So let's, we know it's the wire cover is the correct answer, and we're going to say, yes, that is correct. If they click on the light curtain, we can give them feedback to kind of guide them. We can say, no, this is, this device protects against, protects the operator's hands from getting pulled into the machine. Try. And now we're not going to say try again. And then if they click on the pneumatic lockout, we're going to say, no, this device is used to disable the pneumatic system for, I don't know, maintenance. Maybe. I don't know if that's really what it's for. So don't be making a decision based on this. All right, but let's go ahead and save that. Let's hit done. Now we've got, let's actually, no, we're good. We're good. Let's see what this looks like now from the start. Let me go back to the VLP and we're going to start all the way over again. So I'm going to go back here. We're going to refresh. I'm going to go to my channel. And this is what the user's experience is going to look like. Again, this activity will probably be embedded somewhere, put into a different web page. But ultimately, the user might get directed to this web page, or they'll just see an iframe of this activity running. And this is what their experience will look like. They'll come in here. They'll see this loading screen. Takes a second because that Amtech model is kind of large. Gotta optimize that a bit. All right, here we go. Actually, let's go full screen just to really get a feel for this. So here we go. Hotspot feature, an activity that demonstrates, oh, I spelled that wrong. I should put that. We'll edit that in a second. All right, so I'm going to jump to the next slide. All right, this is the first one. Explore the scene and click on hotspots. So here we go. Nice, look at that. All right, we know these things. Let me click on that roller. Okay, and then let's come over here and we'll, oh wait, it's actually, I don't know what we're supposed to find. But anyways, let's go to the next slide. So we'll hit the next button. Now we're getting challenged. Find all the hotspots. We're going to find the wire cover. Great. We're going to find the light curtain. Great. Now we're going to come over here and we're going to find the pneumatic lockout. Awesome. Great. Now notice we've got a little feedback saying you've completed the challenge. Let's continue on. All right. A new challenge. Pick on a hotspot. See, if I click on this, it tells me, all right, you are being challenged to pick on a specific hotspot. Read the hint and click on the hotspot in the scene that you think is correct. Okay, click on the safety feature that protects against tripping. All right, let's look around here. Is it this guy you think? We're going to get this? No! This device protects operators' hands from getting pulled into the machine. Let's try it again. All right, let's try the pneumatic lockout. See what that does. So if I come over here, I'm going to come in here and I'm going to click pneumatic lockout. No, this, I spelled that wrong. Some words is used to disable the pneumatic system for maintenance. Try it again. All right, this time we know. Yes, that is correct. All right, we continue on and we're going to restart the activity. That review page looked a little bad, didn't it? Let's get out of full screen. Okay, that's great. But there's still one more challenge that we as an author can add in the Hotspot app. So let's go into here. Let's go to edit activity. Let's ask one more question to the student. This one is a simple question with an answer. We put this challenge into most of our apps, but let's start with our tripping hazard again. We're going to duplicate this slide and let's edit that one. And we're going to call this, I don't know. We're just going to call it a quiz. And this time we're going to change the challenge to be question. So this is pretty straightforward. We're going to just do a true false. All right. Keep it simple. We could add more. Actually, no, let's do this different. Let's say, what color is the safety device that is used to disable the pneumatic system of the machine? All right. Which one is it? Which color the safety device is used? All right. So now we can add answers down here. So this is a question. You can see we've got multiple answers in here. And you can see they're actually showing up over here just to preview it. We're going to say, if we're going to add an answer of, let's add 4. Well, let's do the first one. Let's do this one as green. And that one is not correct. It should be this one. We're going to do the second one is pink. And the last one is going to be yellow. Now, yellow is the light curtain. So the answer feedback for that should be something like, no, this is the light curtain. And then, no, we're talking about the color. So that is the light curtain. Green, say no, comma, that is the wire cover. And then pink is the correct answer. We're going to say, yep, nice work. All right. Now we've got pink, green, and yellow. We're going to go ahead and save this activity out. And let's see what that looks like. So I'm going to come back here. We're going to jump. All right, you know what? No, this is great. This is great. So let's see. We've done our thing now where we've challenged the user to go through and pick the light. All right, they're going to go through and they got to find them all. Hopefully they're reading, maybe taking notes, learning. They're going through. All right, great. Now we go on to the next one. Continue. All right, we're doing a pick. Pick on the safety device that protects against tripping. Is it this one? No, let's try it again. All right, correct. Now finally, question challenge. What color is the safety device that is used to disable the pneumatic machine? At this point, hopefully they've been paying attention, but if they were to come in here and they would say, oh, it's this one over here, it's the yellow one, they're going to get, no, that is the light curtain. Let's try it again. All right, let's try it again. Let's pink. Yes, we got it. All right. So at the end of it, we get some feedback. There is one missing feedback in here. So And this is the assessment results. So since we had some quizzes, you can see, because I did this several times, I got the tripping hazard quiz correct after 5 attempts, because I've been cycling through this. And the last quiz I got correct after 2 attempts. That was because I asked the question wrong. We do need to add a progress result. So that one where you're trying to find everything, that'll show up in here as the student either got 80% through it or whatever. And then the student can download this into a nice PDF and submit that as their homework. All right, so that has been a demo of the Hotspot app. Like I said, this is still an early release, but we are hoping to have the final release done soon. The guys are busy working on that in the current sprint. And this new release, some exciting things we're going to be adding is formatted text, so you can do more of like markdown style, more, we'll say text rich in a lot of the places, like in the slide text. Let me actually, instead of just pointing, we're going to support like bold and italics and headers and stuff over here. And same with this, you're going to be able to put in more details into here. You're going to be able to load your own model in, so you'll be able to not just be stuck with the with this particular model, but you'll be able to put your own model in. And then we're cleaning up a lot of the UI. You can see like these buttons are kind of ugly. There's a few rough edges, so we're going to be knocking that off. But that is what is coming. So I hope you enjoyed this first Feature Friday film. Ooh, a lot of F's. We might use that. Yeah, that's it.